Ladies and gentlemen, it's Hot Legs, straight from the Wine Exchange, with wine expert Kyle Meyer.
Allow me this 5 minutes of wine geekiness, if you will. I'm a wine geek. I do it for a living. I taste 6,000 wines a year. Thinking about what to do for another installment, it was elementary when I walked out into the French section and noticed, I was like, Lord, we've never done Madiran. The black wine, the black heart of Soh-West France. We gotta do it. So we're gonna do Madiran today. And the wines, you know, you can talk about color in a wine. Well, these wines are the color of the friggin' bottle. These are the black as night, lush, beautiful, chewy, substantial wines from Madiran in Soh-West France. Now, quick 2 seconds on Madiran. This is kind of like, for years, it was cognac country, right? We're very close to where they make the famous Armagnacs and cognacs of France. It's about south of Bordeaux, a couple hours south of Bordeaux, before you get into the Pyrenees and the Roussillon and the Languedoc and such, kind of out in the middle of nowhere. It's a foie gras place. They love innards. They're not close to water anywhere, so they love themselves some foie gras, some sweetbreads, and you got to have the wines to go with that type of cuisine. And for years, Madiran wallowed in mediocrity. No one grabbed the bull by the horns and decided to produce outstanding wines in Madiran. That all changed in the late 70s, in 1978 in particular, when a gentleman by the name of Alain Brumont was given the property of Bouscasse by his father, Albin Brumont. And Alain was a pretty ambitious dude. He'd been to Bordeaux, he had the fever, you know, and he knew, looking at Madiran, that the potential was there to make world-class wine. So he took over Bouscasse in 1978, and then in 1980, he bought Chateau Montus. And he proceeded at that time to replant all the vineyards at Montus, finding all the best hillsides, all the best exposures, with his beloved Tannat grape, T-A-N-N-A-T, Tannat. That is the go-to grape in Madiran. And Tannat, for years, no one wanted to deal with it because it's very hard, very tannic, unyielding, nasty stuff. And the way it was vinified, it always produced wines of that ilk. And Monsieur Beaumont changed things. He lowered yields in the vineyard. He changed vinification techniques. He used more oak, more new oak, because Tannat just sucks it up. And in a matter of a space of about 10 years, Alain Brumont turned Madiran around, turned it into a topic of discussion nowadays. We see more than one Madiran in the United States. We carry probably half a dozen. Madiran makes special wine if it's treated in a special way. And Monsieur Beaumont was the one who was the first to see this and realize this. He is the true father of Madiran wines. What is Madiran? It's kind of like Bordeaux. Tannat is kind of in the Bordeaux league of varietals, like Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot and Cabernet Franc, although it is more substantial, it's bigger. And so what they do to ameliorate the hard tannic edge of Tannat, for example, at Bouscasse, this wine's about 65% Tannat. And then the balance is Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, Petit Verdot, which you wouldn't think of those grapes as the grapes to make things taste softer. But with Tannat, the Cabernet takes the edge off. Unbelievable as that may seem. These cats have it figured out. I mean, Monsieur Beaumont has worked doubly hard to make Madiran a household term. Not quite yet, but amongst wine geeks, Madiran's getting there. These are special wines. And you get this wonderful black fruit character. It's all about blackness, blackberries, currants, licorice, all that kind of creeps into a great bottle of Madiran. Earth and spice. But the key, mon frère, is making this wine more accessible to the people. This doesn't rip your face off. Your gums don't stick to your lips. You're not talking like this after you drink it. It is real wine with the edges taken off. It is substantial. And Madiran will age like the dickens. You can easily put a bottle of Madiran in the cellar for 20 years. It'll still be there for you. The grape is that structured, that powerful. And the key was Monsieur Beaumont coming in and taking care of business and telling people what to do. And he's done it in spades. He deserves every kudo you could give to someone. He is the man. Moving on. That was the Bouscasse, by the way. Man, I got carried away. Bouscasse was the home estate, like I said before, owned by the Brumont family. Very good wine. But, the true joy for Monsieur Brumont is his Monteuse estate, which he built from scratch, starting in 1980. Younger vineyards, but all the right vineyards. And this is serious wine. Darker, more extracted. This wine is 65% Tannat. This one's 80% Tannat. With the balance, 20% Cabernet Sauvignon. A lot of new oak here. Even before people started thinking about new barrels, he was already putting this wine in all new barrels back in 1980, which a lot of people were not doing. He was definitely ahead of his time in many respects. Still is. Man, you get that black fruit. I can't tell you, you know, like just fresh cassis and black currants and spice playing their way into here. This is big wine. Dark, imposing wine, but once again, this wine can go toe to toe with top wines from the left bank of Bordeaux, and the price is quite reasonable. This wine's around $30. The Bouscasse around $25. You get a lot of wine for the money. Where else can you get something clean, complex, ageable? Not too many places, come to think of it. And because of Monsieur Brumont, the whole of Madiran has taken it to another level. All sorts of new producers are jumping out from this appellation. And you should take a look, not just at Monsieur Brumont's wines, but at La Branche, La Font, and I mean, there's a slew of new producers making very special wines from Tannat, from very old vines, mind you, because no one did anything with these vineyards for years. So Madiran is blessed with a bunch of 50, 60, 100-year-old vines from which they're producing these big, powerful, imposing, yet now refined wines. Take a look at Madiran. You'll be pleasantly surprised by what you find. Cheers.